My friends, Slovakia is on fire. Not literally, of course. That would be a whole different kind of news. No, the flames of protest are burning bright across the nation, with over 100,000 fired up Slovaks taking to the streets faster than you can say democratic backsliding. In a display of civic engagement that would make even the most apathetic couch potato stand up and take notice, demonstrators have flooded the streets of more than 20 cities across Slovakia. The epicenter of this political earthquake, none other than Bratislava, where a staggering 60,000 people gathered in Freedom Square, waving EU flags and chanting, "We are Europe," louder than a Eurovision Song Contest audience on steroids. So what's got these typically mild-mannered Central Europeans all hot and bothered? Well, meow. It seems Prime Minister Robert Fico has been cozying up to Russia like it's going out of style. And let me tell you, in the fashion world of geopolitics, that look is about as current as bell-bottom jeans and disco balls. It's like Slovakia's trying to get back together with its toxic ex while the EU stands by, watching in disbelief. On December 10th, 2024, Fico's government decided to stop sending military aid to Ukraine. Because who needs friends when you can cozy up to the neighbourhood bully, am I right? This move has gone down about as well as a lead balloon with Slovaks, who remember all too well what it's like to be under the thumb of an authoritarian regime. It's as if Fico's trying to turn back time faster than a cat chasing its own tail. But wait, there's more. On January 22nd, 2025, Fico, in a move that screams, "I've got nothing to hide, honestly," accused opposition groups of plotting a coup. He claims to have a secret intelligence report backing up his allegations. I've got to say, if I had €1 for every time a politician claimed to have a secret report that conveniently supports their narrative, I'd be lounging on a yacht in the Mediterranean right meow instead of bringing you this news. This report is about as believable as my cat's claim that he didn't knock over that vase. The opposition, naturally, has dismissed these claims faster than a cat avoiding a bath. They say Fico's accusations are about as credible as a three-legged racehorse. The Peace for Ukraine initiative, which organised these protests, insists they're just exercising their democratic right to say, "Hey, we're not cool with this whole Russian bromance thing." One protester, Josef Novak, told us, "We didn't overthrow communism just to become Putin's puppet." Well, Josef, I couldn't have said it better myself, though I might have added a few more cat puns. Meow, let's zoom out for a moment, shall we? Slovakia joining the EU in 2004 was like finally getting invited to the cool kids table. Now, Fico seems determined to go sit with the weird kid who eats glue in the corner. No offence to glue eaters, of course, but if Slovakia keeps cozying up to Russia, their economy might take a hit harder than my bank account after a late-night online shopping spree. We're talking potential isolation from EU markets, loss of foreign investment, and an economic downturn that could make the 2009 financial crisis look like a minor hiccup. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, never one to miss a chance to throw shade at Russia, chimed in on social media. He said, and I quote, "Bratislava is not Moscow," which, let's be honest, is probably news to Fico, who seems to have misplaced his European GPS. I can just imagine other world leaders reacting, Angela Merkel facepalming, Emmanuel Macron dramatically dropping his croissant, and Boris Johnson's hair becoming even more dishevelled, if that's even possible. Speaking of misplaced things, Fico's grip on reality seems to be slipping faster than a buttered eel. He's been making alarming claims about deporting foreigners involved in the protests. Because nothing says I'm not an authoritarian quite like threatening to kick out anyone who disagrees with you, right? It's like he's auditioning for the role of villain in a straight-to-DVD political thriller. Young Slovaks are out there fighting for democracy while their grandparents are probably wondering why they can't just be happy with a good bowl of haluski and some peace and quiet. But here's the kicker. These protests aren't just a flash in the pan. They're part of a growing movement, with more demonstrations planned for February 7th. It seems Slovaks have decided that when it comes to democracy, they're in it for the long haul. They're more persistent than a cat trying to open a closed door. Slovakia's journey from communism to democracy has been bumpier than a pothole-filled Slovak road after a harsh winter. And just when they thought they'd reached smooth pavement, along comes Fico with his political steamroller. But if these protests have shown us anything, it's that Slovaks aren't about to let their hard-won democracy slip away without a fight. They've been on this roller coaster since 1989, and they're not about to get off meow. In the grand scheme of Central European politics, Slovakia is playing a dangerous game of red light, green light with democracy. While Hungary and Poland have been running towards the authoritarian finish line, Slovakia seem to be holding steady. But meow, with Fico at the helm, it looks like they might be inching forward when democracy's back is turned. Let's hope they don't get caught, or it's back to the political starting line. The protesters have quite the wish list for Santa Fico. Respect for democratic institutions, maintenance of EU and NATO ties, and a foreign policy that doesn't involve becoming Russia's new best friend. But given Fico's recent behaviour, they might have better luck asking for a unicorn that poops rainbow ice cream. If Fico keeps this up, we might see some interesting changes in Slovakia's future. Picture this. Instead of joining the Eurozone, Slovakia introduces a new currency, the Ficoin. Instead of EU summits, they attend Dictators Anonymous meetings. And instead of participating in Eurovision, they join Russia's new song contest, Authoritarian Vision. The grand prize? A lifetime supply of political repression and a lovely golden statue of Vladimir Putin. So, my friends, as Slovakia continues its political tango with authoritarianism, we'll be here, watching with bated breath and a bowl of popcorn. Will democracy prevail? Will Fico see the error of his ways? Or will Slovakia become the newest member of the we used to be cool European countries, but now we're not club? Only time will tell. If you're enjoying this rollercoaster of Eastern European politics, why not hit that subscribe button? It's like voting, but easier, and with less chance of accidentally electing a wannabe autocrat. Remember, every subscription helps us continue bringing you the kind of news that makes you laugh, cry, and question the sanity of world leaders, sometimes all at once. I'm Ron De Parmesan, and this has been another Newscat special report. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more updates. And remember, in the world of politics, curiosity might have killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back, along with a healthy dose of democracy.